The Prussians are on the march in today's Black Powder match, and we do have another glorious NTW3 4v4 here for you today on the snowy fields of Austerlitz, as we have a very unusual alliance here fighting together. This is definitely not a historical matchup in Austerlitz. We have the Brits, we have the Prussians, we have the Austrians and the Russians all here in today's game. I mean, the Austrians and the Russians, they were present. Certainly not the Brits, and absolutely definitely not the American army, who were definitely not here at the Battle of Austerlitz. Though you might think they were, that is in fact false. But we do have the Americans here in today's game. It looks like they're going to be facing off against the Prussians here, which should make for an interesting matchup. It is also 1814 Prussia. It's definitely not the strongest iteration of Prussia, but it's certainly a very, very nice one. Obviously, the US only has the one army. It is the 1812 army. And they are going to be joined in this game by Naples. We also have the 10-point Spanish campaign army, and we also have, I think it's like the Italian campaign, like French army as well. It's got like the funny sort of like emblem in the center of the French flag. I think it is just the Italian campaign, one, but it's not got an actual date. It's just called like Italy campaign. I think it's like a 9-point or something like that as well. But yes, this should make for a very, very interesting match, and it looks like the coalition as well have moved quite a way far, like down the hill. They're not staying like around the town of Pratzen, which is usually where they sort of fight it out. Usually where the Brits are pretty much now along this hill is usually where the coalition fight, but Prussia's come way down the hill. Whether he's thinking I can take the US first, you know, like they're mainly made up of a militia army. Maybe he's thinking we could try and melee these guys, get them out of the way and get them done. But I mean, the US kind of want a melee fight themselves, I'd imagine. They've got some pretty decent meleeing units. At least they certainly do when they're playing the Brits in the 1812 variant. Maybe they don't, I guess, if they're playing 1814 Prussia. That is an entirely different kettle of fish. Looks like Austria is well over here. It's the 1809 Austria 10-point here is matching up against this is the 10-point Spanish campaign over here for France. Looks like both sides got a lot of cav in that matchup. And we do also have Österreich, Italy. It's a 1799 as well, and it's the Britain. It's the 1809 UK, like the Flanders UK. So it's a 6-point. But I think it's the lowest valued army in today's game. Yep, already shots are being fired as we do have the Elbe infantry here already giving some nasty old volleys. If you're a fan of all things NTW3, one of the more glorious gunfights like this one, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment show sport guides. It really does help out the channel. And if you have any of your own replays, like to send in, like this sub, send in one of his own, then feel free to send them into my Discord. The link is down below in the description. It's also the best place to go to get involved in any of our streams. We often hold a NTW3 stream on a Monday Night Madness in NTW3. So if you want to get involved, that's the place to go to get involved in those. And yeah, it looks like the battle line is being saved up here. The Prussians are moving forward with their horse artillery, the 6-pounder horse artillery. Get that in the front lines. That could certainly start to chip away at these US troops, but the US definitely outgunned at the moment. We've got most of their infantry still moving forward here. Looks like they're going to try and go to that right flank. As you can see, looking at the quality of a lot of their troops, they're mainly made up of like militia type units, not really well uniformed troops at all. And it looks like Prussia's brought a lot of like cheap like Uhlans. It's got some hussars as well, which are looking a variety of quality. I don't really know if any of these Saxon hussars are really that good, to be honest. But they'll do a job. They will do an absolute job. And to be honest, just spamming out like a load of light cav is kind of like Prussia's thing, and it works to an extent. It really does. We've got the King's German Legion 2nd Hussars, so that's a pretty good cav unit there. A lot of money spent on that. 110-man unit as well. I feel like Austria and like this Österreich Italy, which is like a combo of Austria and Russia, is really going to rely on. It's like the cav alliance in today's game for the Allies. A bit the same, really, to be honest, with say like the Spanish campaign. They can bring quite a lot, as probably can the Italy like campaign player. I'd imagine those are the two that are really going to bring a lot of cav. And actually, it does seem like that's the case. Look at all this cav already appearing here. A lot of heavies moving forward here. My gosh, yeah. This is incredible. I think these are all cavalry battalier. Not quite all, but got some chasseurs cheval there. But yeah, a lot of those are like heavy cav units that are all moving forward. 4 there alone. Wow. And it looks like the light cav's going to go in and try and take out this Schutzen here. And this might be the first melee of today's game. A bit of a risk going in for light infantry. Yeah, he's changed his mind. I was say, just charging 2 light infantry like this with the cav unit, usually the cav's going to come out worse off. So he does not want to be doing that. What British units did he bring? Doesn't look like anything too particularly good. Here's the first melee of the game. And it's actually going to be, surprisingly enough, Russia going in against the US. Kind of what is to be expected. I don't think the US performed square. It seems though like the Prussian infantry is, Prussian cavalry is going to break anyway. It does not matter. Pretty poorly executed. I feel like the Prussian cav is mostly going to be used for sort of like going in for skirms, going in for generals potentially as well. It looks like we're going to see Prussia move forward here with some more Landwehr Uhlans. And it doesn't seem like Franz wants to take that bait, but they might send in his dragoons here. And there you go. Cav fight of the day getting underway. Horrible looking dragoon as well. It's brown. There you go. In their brown uniform instead of their typical dragoon green. They actually did catch us at other cav unit, but French, and routed that. But the Landwehr routed themselves. It's not a bad trade, I guess, but not a great trade. Austria is taking his merry old time getting his infantry forward. I guess maybe he doesn't really have the best terrain to march over. He also doesn't seem to have the largest infantry army in the world either, unless there's a lot of units stacked on top of each other. Yeah, quite a few grenadiers I think is in there. Yeah. I mean, it's fairly well sized, but I've seen bigger Austrian armies, that's for sure. And he might need the mass, because, yeah, that 10-point Spain could definitely probably, like, 10-point Spanish campaign could probably bring a large army. US looks like it's gone fully infantry, not bothered with cav at all. Don't blame it, it's cavs. Not that great, and I think quite expensive as well, so, yeah, for the cost, not worth it. Got the 95th Grasshoppers here, the rifles. Sean Bean's boys. They're chipping away in the front lines, and we've got the Redcoats now arriving. I don't think she's got some quite large units, like these are all like 150 or around that mark. They're going to be able to, you know, be in a gunfight for a little while. Got the King's German Legion light foot. He's really for like, these will be expensive units as well. For like a 6-point, I imagine these are expensive. These light, they're already like, you know, quite expensive. Like between 500 and 600. I feel like when you bring them in like later higher point game, like army. Sorry, we've got the Highland foot. Well, yeah. So that's a very powerful flank there. Does seem like that we are having a bit of a cav fight now. Austria looks like he's winning this fight with the Hussars. His Hussars are pretty good though. It's to be expected. It looks like he's managed to. Well, he routed a Trillier here as well. Did the Austrian player? Oh yeah, we've got Vishal Legion moving forward. We've got the elite Polish units that are part of the Imperial Guard. They're coming forward. Actually, we've got a lot of them as well. Got another one there. Got some more infantry coming up. It looks like he's going to try and storm the hill, force the Austrians back. The Austrians, I think, are going to charge down maybe again. I don't think they will really. I think those Vista Legion will be able to form square if they can. And it looks like another infantry routed a bit. Again, looks like maybe another Trillier routed. So, early wins there for the Austrian cavalry. Naples now arriving as well. Looks like he's going to just help backbone up the US lines at the moment. I mean, right now, US is in a long gunfight here with the Prussians, the Austrians / Russians, and also the Brits. He's fighting 3 armies on his own, really. Here comes as well the Italian campaign. I think he's gone majority cav, as we kind of already stated. Just have some infantry. It doesn't seem like he has masses. Don't know how much we can really see. There's more infantry. Something's been routed. Oh, I think, yeah, the Austrians routed, but they took again that Trillier with them. Again, don't think that was worth it. Going for cav, going for like skirmishes with cav is just not worth it. You got the advance here of the boys, of the Polish boys, and there you go. The Austrians not going to sacrifice him a cav. They're going to get out of there. Liechtenstein, as well. The general is nearby, holding the cav. Britain might be sending troops to maybe support Austria, or maybe he's just stretching the line even further. I think it might be the latter by the looks of it. It looks like all the redcoats getting stuck in to the front line. We've got Britain bringing forward some 6-pounders as well. Again, I imagine this artillery is pretty expensive for a 6-point. I could be wrong, it might not be. They're firing canister as well. I think the range is a little bit too far for canister. But yeah, these are They look like carabiniers, like Italian campaign Italian carabiniers. Italian campaign carabiniers is what I'm trying to say. Funny enough, these might be some here. Yeah, they literally look like these guys. I mean, they might be a carabinier, you know, some sort of the US have, but they do look identical almost. More cav breaking. Austria again going in for another charge. Again, kind of, it's not actually. France going in for charge on Austria and Schutzen. And yeah, the Hussars could not save the day. Does look like the French are going to take the hill, though, without any sort of issue. It's sort of the edge of the Pratzen Heights. Pratzen Heights go along the whole length of this Austerlitz battle, pretty much, to take the center of the piece. But I mean, yeah, France right now, if they keep pushing forward this infantry, Austria's not really set up properly yet. If they can keep pushing, maybe force back the British cav here, they'll get in behind the flank of the British army here, force them to have to retreat. Might allow Naples, if they move up quickly, to advance and help maybe push back the Allies. But yeah, really nice push here by the Spanish campaign. Whether he can endure this, though, Austria obviously wants a line fight. Whether he can support the right troops for a line fight is yet to see. It looks like he might be going more melee since we saw the Battle of Austerlitz. They're quite small units, but melee very well. I mean, you could just shoot with his artillery. I was going to say, he's 4 horse artillery here. His general's getting shot at, his Austrian general, but I think that's just because of the artillery shot there. Needs to be careful of that, does the French player. Don't want a general snipe. But then if I was Austria as well, I'd move my general. If he's getting shot there, move him somewhere else. What do we have here? Just more, yeah, line infantry. Where are those grenadiers getting to? They're all on the left flank for Austria right now. Whether they're putting them there because they've seen the Vistula Legion, they're thinking we might need a matchman in melee. That's not a bad idea. Here we go, another charge going over on this side. This is infantry and cavalry going in here against the Italian campaign, like Austria as we call them. We'll call them the Russia-Austria hybrid. The Carabiniers now being charged by the Chevaliers there, or light dragoons actually. Which I presume Chevaliers light dragoons are pretty much the same thing. And it seems like a lot of Austrian infantry. I'd be surprised if there's no Russians dotted about. Russian infantry. But maybe they're just going for shooting, which I think they are. Yeah, they look like they've gone for an all-Austria sort of shooting build. Oh no, here is one Russian musketeer, but that is it. No grenadiers or anything like that. Kind of surprised by that. It's a squareable unit, so it'll be a decent unit for Mikhail Milodovic. He's going to have to form square. Cav's coming in. There you go, squares formed. French cav has been dealt with, and more routing all the way over on the other side over here. There you go. Again, Austria just kind of sending in Chevaliers. I think maybe he was going for the guns. Looks like they've managed to rout maybe an infantry unit. It might be a trillier again. I do not know. It might be like a lot of but there you go. More cav going in. The SARS, their orange lining. They're fighting against some dragoons in there. Don't know if they're necessarily going to win that fight. Yeah, it does not look good for the Austrians here. They're just throwing a lot of cav away. Both sides honestly might break it. Yep, there you go. Austria breaks. Surprisingly, like I said, throwing away a lot of cav is usually like Austria's strength. I mean, this Spanish campaign, like I said, can also bring a lot of cav. So I'd be careful just sending it all in. Naples is probably the army they want to try and go through, which is probably why Naples is matching up against the Brits, because Britain, though it can shoot, doesn't really have a lot to, you know, enable them to a substantial push. If they were to break through the Neapolitan army, they will suffer. I mean, there's a lot of grenadiers here actually. Yeah, they've gone for, it looks like very much a melee build. Yeah, look at all. Yeah, a lot of these are best. We've got a few like Neapolitan troops here, but they have gone for very much elite rather than the spam. We've got the Voltigeurs of the Guard here. They're in the front line with their very. I always describe it as like vanilla ice cream yellow looking hats. That's why I describe that as that color. You can see the US is being forced back. The Prussian lines are just doing some absolutely nasty work here right now. It looks like actually you're going to see Prussia go through a gap in the line here. We've got a Saxon Hussar. They're going in. They can actually try and spearhead their way through. Where they could back this up with some infantry, I don't know. But yeah, there you go. They formed square actually did that US unit. That's why they reared up with the cav. But yeah, Naples. Oh, and Naples has gone in. He's actually has meleeed and he's breaking through. He's breaking the rifles. He's got some guards in here, I think. These are the Grenadiers, the guard, I believe. There you go, Naples going in. And it actually looks like he's going to ride the Highland foot, like light foot as well, maybe. Squares being formed to try and dissuade any cavalry from joining in this fight. France is sending across infantry. There you go, Naples breaks. The Sire Regiment holds on. In goes more Neapolitan troops. Like I said, I think this is definitely the way to try and get through, is to get through Naples. But Naples is going to give it a go first. He might weaken himself and actually unintentionally not help his side here. But he has brought very much a Grenadier build. He has kind of left himself a one-dimensional army where he has to melee, especially going in against the Brits. Can't shoot his way through. Yeah, these are all Grenadiers to guard. It should, as I say, should route the North Devonshire foot there. They flank them enough, break them. We are going to see some German infantry going in. And looks like the French also trying to tie down the Austrians here, trying to stop them from assisting the Brits. Good charges from cavalry and infantry, rout multiple Austrian units there. Naples is through, but how long can they hold on this breakthrough? I don't know. I mean, they're fighting multiple British units here with one Grenadier. How wise an idea that is, don't know. There you go, Voltigeurs of the guard. They're going to try and set up against the Brits. They'll get machine gunned down. I think the Brits will just outgun them there. But they're probably just, a screen to allow the Grenadiers to get in. An expensive screen. France, I guess, pulled back its cav. Looks like, again, more German infantry was routed. Britain's not sent in the King's German Legion Hussars for a second time yet. There you go, a good volley there from the Austrians. Managed to rout some Frenchies. I think they might be Spaniards. But yeah, here we go. It's a good push, to be fair. Now Prussia's sending across assets. Just taking out the skirmishers here with the Hussars. Very good idea. Take out that. Maybe able to get the second one. The general is also maybe open for taking with a lot of Neapolitan troops pushing forward. They're not really thinking about what's going on behind them. And this Silesian, I think it's Silesian Hussar might be able to get through. Might be Schleswig or something. I don't know. Yeah, East Devonshire boys, they're falling back. The Brits badly mauled. I'm going to fall back behind Pratt now.
Your men have been routed, sir.
I'm surprised by that. Naples, I did not think they were going to be that aggressive. They were. I mean, usually Naples brings like a militia army. You just kind of bring a lot of low quality troops and just try and gun your way through these boys. Yeah, that's usually how it works. A lot of assaulting going on along the Allied lines, actually. The French are really trying to just, pin down the Allies so they can just keep them distracted, find a gap in the line. But yeah, France is running onto squares. It looks like a lot of squares over here. Yeah, some of these German infantry form square, as can the Prussians. They're all forming square behind them. Hungarians here, though, trying to win their fight against the French infantry. And looks like, the US are also meleeing, actually. Oh, I don't know. This is looking pretty tenuous over here. This Italian campaign, I think, could be in all sorts of trouble in a moment. So yeah, the Austria-Italian campaign, that is, not the French one, though. The French one is also pretty lacking when it comes to manpower, by the looks of it. I mean, we can only see from the Allied perspective, so I can't see if there's anything hidden its way in reserve. There's a bit of a volley in melee there. You need to be careful. Bit of a fin shooting with the Neapolitan Grenadiers. They're going to need to rest up before they go in again. Don't really want to leave them in a line fight, though, against Austria. Not a healthy way to fight it out. They are just trying to stay in a bit of a melee fight here, I think, and then in a line fight, and then they're gonna. It looks like they're trying to maybe melee the Brits. But France is going in along the line. The Pratts and Heights have been covered in bodies, just like they were in history. More infantry there being forced back by the French. Austrian cav also comes in. That's slicing and dicing some more Frenchmen there. Here come the Grenadiers of Austria as well. In you go, boys. Charge. Take them out. They are probably going to force them back. There's artillery here as well. Very vulnerable with artillery. Recruits actually gone into melee. That horse artillery is no longer a horse artillery. A lot of the melee capable troops here are all the way still over here, like the Visual Legion, as we've been looking at them. The cav being forced back there. This cav here, to be honest, this Hussar might want to think about going in. I mean, I feel like you could just go straight down the line here, just go in for this, try maybe go for the cavalry. If you get that cav, you can get the gen. There you go. I thought this was got a good chance of winning. There's only a light cav as well. They probably should win that fight, but you never know. They might not. US, looks like they shifted a little bit. They've shifted their line of assault. Russia and Britain are now together duoing against the Neapolitans here. The Neapolitans aren't really striking it. This is a distraction force. They're going up against the Austrians. They're trying to help 10-point Spain, Spanish campaign, take out the Austrian army. But the Austrian army is holding pretty strong. But if they can break this little bit here, the French, they can split the Austrians straight down the middle. And here we go. I think we're about to see the assassination here of the Neapolitan general. Or they should. He's right there. I don't know why they haven't gone for him. But yeah, instead the hussars are going to go to the backs here of the Neapolitan infantry. Well, no, they're not. They stopped right on it. Go for the gen. Get him. Get him, guys. Get him. And then the game's up for Naples. I mean, it's already looking pretty bad for them. They went in for melee and got forced back. Some more grenadiers. They lost that fight there. And yeah, they're mass routing. There you go. The Voltigaire's gone. The cav here should get the general. There you go. That's Naples' general gone. Squares have fallen, but it's all too late. And though they are still... I mean, actually, the German grenadiers are still in here. They might storm a gun, you know. And also, it doesn't help that I just realized the French artillery here, they're all behind each other. And that French artillery battery here has just routed the other one. Saved the Austrians a job. Shame that Prussian cav couldn't get out of there, because they should have got out and they could have been able to pressure the backs of the Spanish campaign French army. It's looking very tenuous over here. It looks like, you know, Italy and also this Italian, Italy and the US have kind of really got through here. Yeah, can another square be formed? They should be formed square, yeah. And all of a sudden the heavy cav packing. And they are nearly through here, look at this. And then, yeah, Prussia's trying to go in. Squares to be formed here by what looks like an actual US infantry unit. Not militia. US is, funny enough, US has been in the fight, the first guys in the fight, in probably the best condition. And they have that much infantry, I guess. That's the difference. The hussars over here, they're helping to scare off some of the French cavalry, and maybe together now, UK and Austria can actually deal with the 10-point here. It looks like the hussars going in, getting the large gun emplacement here. Should route that easy enough, and then there's a general that's open to be taken out. There's another artillery piece that needs taken out actually as well, and more cav. Get the artillery, and that is a big win there. The French just didn't bring them forward with them. Would have probably helped in some of these line fights. They're just trying to shoot from quite a way back, try and support. Which, I mean, they were on the hills, they had a pretty good elevation, I guess, but still. There you go, as well as Austrian cav in here dealing with French infantry. Slice and dice them, boys. Slice and dice them. Yeah, Prussia's got a small rear guard over here dealing with some of the Neapolitan and US troops. But now he's fully engaged. I mean, to be fair, the Italian campaign, France army over here is still doing really well here, dealing with Österreich, Italy. Very law accurate, these two sides are facing each other down. It looks like Prussia sent forward some troops. I don't know what their plan was there. Either they sent them forward, they just forgot about it, I'm not quite sure. But these two units were just massacred there by the US, which is still a hulking mass of militia. Now these Prussian infantry units over here can be enabled and sent to the flanks. Got British artillery still coming forward as well. I think both of them. Yeah, we've got 2 6-pounders still operational. Get them in the lines. Get them starting to make some holes in the US line. They really need to fall back to the Prussians, because the US are coming forward. They're going to want a melee. Austria and Russia over here, the hybrid, they're not dealing with the French well enough. The French are turning their flanks constantly. And again, more Hungarians get routed. They're forming squares here and there, but yeah. Ooh, there's a good volley there, actually. That might stop the French a little bit. Yeah, France over here pretty much has been dealt with. I don't know they really have the ability to really storm the rest of this Austrian line. I mean, Austria's not in a great condition. France did a pretty good job. Funny enough, went into melee, but the guys that I would have said he bought to fight in melee, the Vicious Legion, They didn't get ever to see a bit of bayonet action. At least they haven't so far. So it might be a little late for them to make a big difference. Naples nearly did its thing, but it just kind of run out of steam. Like, it's a low point faction in the day. Oh, this is not good. France might get Prussian general here. Oh no, he's lucky. He is lucky. I think he went through this gap here. The UK squared, and he just went, right, well, if you're going to square, I'm just going to go behind all the Prussian lines. And he tried to get the general. And it nearly worked. Nearly worked. That would have been huge if he got it, because the US is now assaulting again with bayonet. As I said, the US kind of wants a melee, it seems. I don't think this Prussian army can really melee that well. But these Brandenburg infantry, I think they're pretty solid. Well, I say it as one of them routes. Maybe I know nothing. I maybe know nothing about this mod. 12th infantry. Yeah, I mean, they're getting shot in the back as well by their own troops. That's probably not helping the situation. But I guess they need to start blasting because the US is still putting forward. They're going to send more into melee. Just stand your ground. Don't invite the US into what they want. Yeah, they're going to send another unit in. More provisional infantry by the look of it. But they're not going to make it. They got blasted. Austria is on his way, as is the UK. Looks like they're just going to ignore what remains of the French army over here. The Vistula Legion survive for another day. And as you can see, the Italian campaign here, France is flanking quite nicely. I mean, the hybrid is nearly gone of Austria and Russia, though I think it was mainly another Austria army. It's not over, that's for sure. Imperials kind of turned this one around. I mean, I kind of wrote off the Imperials a little bit with the 10-point going, but you know, US is doing a really good job here. It's just kind of like just slowly, bit by bit, taking out this Prussian army. He's also getting good volleys into it. They have probably all the cav left of the coalition, though. They have the one out here, the Saxon Hussar. We've still got the British Hussars, and I think also we have some Hussars of Austria. So they have most of the cav left. I think we've got one French cav left. So really, they need to be getting in behind, doing as much damage as possible to the French and the Americans. York and Lancaster foot. York, Young and the Lovelies. Oh, I thought it was York and the Lovelies. But yeah, here you go. Looks like Prussia's done well. He's stabilized. He needs to get this gun. He's got his horse artillery here. He's only got one gun to his name. He needs to get that to the front lines. Got Blucher here. I think yeah, Blucher. He's seen better days as Blucher. Actually, it's the Imperials are going to give ground now. I guess US is like, I'm going to just fall back because Austria is now arriving. I'm guessing at some point this French army must have lost a general. I don't know when, but it must have. Oh, and they really just trying to charge uphill into melee. I don't know what they were trying to do there. That's odd, and also outnumbered anyway. And Austria trying to charge uphill. Actually, there's like 3 Austrian units here. 1, 2, and the third is about to break. Austria just kind of threw those away. Having retreated, he's then lost quite a few infantry that just been isolated and taken out. Another small win stacked for the Imperials there. That's what they need, is just, you know, these small wins. Here we go. France is still flanking around with his cav and infantry going in for these returning 1799 units. And here goes the Brits. They're going to go in with the King's German Legion by the looks of it. Or they just pushed a little too far ahead. I think that's what it is. Britain and the Redcoat with another sounding volley, sending their American cousins packing. Again, looks like the US, I think they're just trying to flank on, they're trying to just go past the British lines. Got a small little cordon of infantry here. I think that's just, you know, occupying the British line, and everything else is going like north. And it's going to try and get towards Pratzen Heights, or actually east. Going east towards Pratzen Heights. That's what their plan is. Britain again going with cav. He needs to be careful, just charging his cav head on. And infantry here. That's some trouble. And these grenadiers, they might hold. Even worse, they might form square. It looks like, I was going to say, it looks like they were running, but I don't think they are. Maybe they are. It actually doesn't say. They're firing at will, that's for sure. I think these guys are. Yeah, they're running. They were all running up for the Prussians here to try and catch up with the Americans. Great volleys here from some of the Hungarian infantry. I mean, they're just blasting the side of the US. And the US are firing back. Actually, they're firing in column. I think they are. They're firing in column, which is really odd. I think they would have won that fight with the US if they hadn't been shooting in column. But there you go. That's a mistake for the US there. They have nearly got... Look at this. How they've worked this out here. This Austria player is having to face the French here. And he's been a... US nearly had a chance to side charge the Austrians here. The Austrians might just have to fall back. And they're in all sorts of bother here with the 10-point arriving as well. Oh no, the general for the 10-point is still alive. He's very much alive. Good. Oh, there's another Austrian cav all the way over here, Hussar. We've got something in the building way off over there as well. Is that just returning infantry? Might be. Oh yeah, it's just some returning infantry, I think. Hold the line! For the Union! For freedom! I don't really know what the Americans have got to say as a sort of a war cry. Didn't work, whatever it was. They routed Brits again. Sending them packing. This is nicely done. The two French armies are pretty much united now. The US is also united with the French armies, I guess. They haven't really left their side. This might work as a strat, you know. I mean, these are German infantry here. They're suffering. You know, they've got some good reloading skills and good accuracy, but they're not the biggest units. They can't stay in a line fight forever. And look at Austria here. He's going to gun or French down. The French just going to melee. If they're going to get that close, melee them. You're going to do that and execute your unit. And my gosh, that was brutal. That's one routing French unit there. That was a mistake there from the French. The French are going to try and get their revenge. Sending in their last cav unit. The heavies. Some crashing volleys here from both sides. I mean, the Austrians are losing out a little bit here. Liechtenstein still trying to rally the boys. Prussia doing the wise thing. He's not flanking too hard. He's now shifting troops back towards the right-hand side, where there's a melee fight going on. France has got his wish, and he's got into melee with the Austrians here. And now the Visual Legion going to get him. Oh, maybe not. They're actually, you know, gunning down the Austrians quite nicely. And they won that fight as well, the line infantry. Austria might just have to keep falling back, just keep giving ground. Coalition surely are not going to now throw this one. I feel like they had it when the Neapolitans died. Again, I think they got into melee. I think they managed to get this unit. It was great. It's a tiny grenadier unit. It looked like it managed to maybe catch the German infantry. Might not have. This Legion here, they might be able to side charge. Yeah, actually they're going to charge in anyway. The Germans and Poles, not a great mix. again. That's another Austrian unit gone. The Brits are trying to reform up along with some more Austrian troops. The French, though, are not slowing down. Meleeing before any Austrians can set up into a nice long line. They're redlining down there, and they've routed them again. France goes in again. This time it's Missile Legion getting in for Melee. And the Vista Legion break after all my sort of like, oh, they're great at melee, they'll do fine. They did not win. They did not win. Britain here trying to help out his Austrian ally, trying to side shot some units here. We were trying to also side shot the Austrians, a bit of a counter side shot going around. Imperials win again there. Austria again routed by a combined American and French alliance. A new firing line is being set up here, and the duel between the US and the Prussians will continue as they find out who's got the most ammunition, who's just better at shooting. Doesn't seem like Prussia's interested in that at all. He's going to send in the infantry, setting it in against an actual American infantry as well. That might actually do some pretty big resistance. There you go, you actually routed that unit. Might get this one as well now, because you know how NTW3 works. You route one unit, the unit next to you, the unit next to that is likely to route as well, and that's how you end up with chain routes. And there you go, look at that, multiple American units there routing from, I think, from gunfights, also losing bayonet fights. Cav here on the flank, is that just, what's that routed? It looks like it just routed American infantry, maybe of some sort, maybe some French infantry, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, look at that, the Americans are mass routing. France is getting out of there. And Prussia should just now move forward. It needs to take advantage of this. Don't let the Americans and the French set up again. Britain doing a great job, just, you know, being there. Oh, they got the King's German light foot in there. They got the Green Rascals in this building. Great unit to put in the building. I think they got very good melee defense, and they're just great at shooting. So as you run towards them, they'll just blast you like multiple times. France is going in. It seems like this is going to be the last throw of the dice. They've thrown 3 units of infantry there. That's blobbing. Is it? Really, it's only a 2v1. I feel like these are the rules we usually play by when I know this. I think this is typical Peeps game. I think this is actually a different game, but if I remember, I don't think these are Peeps players. So they might not play by that, but that's an insane amount of blob in there. There's actually now only 3v2, so it's actually, no, that's not bad. I guess if all 5 of those were rallied, that was a 5v2. But by blobbing all these in here, you just actually do more damage to your own army. But I think it's possibly because I think the Imperials have given in. Side charge here from the Brandenburg men should rout everyone else. Yeah, I mean, also side shots here from the Queen's Royal, Nottinghamshire, but looks like they're doing just enough here to break most of the French, and also the French around them. Look like they're going to rout, and there you go. Wow. Devastating. The American general never realized that they've been on foot for quite a lot of this game. But yeah, America's gone. So is the Italian campaign French army. And now it is just actually, funny enough, 10-point Spanish campaign left by the looks of it. Yeah, and he was out for a little while. He was like, I thought he was down and out. Not the first. He looked like he was going to be the second. And yeah, Prussia looks like over here just farming these Americans, making sure they stay dead.
Their general has fallen.
General gone. Okay. Don't know who. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the American one? I think it might be the American one, actually. Yeah, here. Another general gone. For the opponents, yeah, that's the Italian campaign. French general dead. And now it is just a last stand here from the Frenchies of Spanish campaign. Units and a general bodyguard. I think the Brits here, the 2nd Hussars, probably just get one very nice charge to the back and probably rout the lot. But we will see. We will see. And actually looks like we might see Liechtenstein's going in. Okay, I mean, Austria doesn't have an army left. still, keep your general alive for one last hurrah, but maybe he's going in for the kills. Maybe. These guys are redlining. Liechtenstein went in. That kind of failed. But he's going to go in again and try and get this redlining unit. If he does and breaks it, that'll be hilarious. No, looks like... Actually, he did. He managed to rout it. I mean, he also routed himself. He might have not done it on his own, but it's still worth it. Suvorov's going in as well by the looks of it. The 1799 army. Again, doesn't really have anything left. It is just Prussia and Britain really doing the heavy lifting now. So I guess, yeah, they're just sending these generals in, trying to get them some kills. Britain doing the right thing, just shooting his way to victory. It's what he's best at. Yeah, what a fight, and it was a very close one. Looking at what's left for the coalition, it's not a lot. I'd say a good sort of 10 to 12 infantry units, some skirms, and a couple of cav units. Not a lot left. I honestly did think the Imperials were going to turn it around for a moment with the movement from the US, and they kept pushing back the Prussians. But in the end, they just kind of ran out of steam. I think those US units just taking too many losses. In the end, it cost them. What are we waiting for? Oh, there's French units here. I'm just going to fast forward now as we wait for the French units to be gobbled up and got. Actually, there's another one so far away. So far away. I'm just going to make a quick cut, and I'll see you guys in a moment with the end results, because, yeah, this could take a little while. Well, there you go. It took a couple of minutes, but the French did finally get mopped up there by the Brits and also the Austrians. I think actually managed to have one infantry unit still alive. Hopefully the end results are on your screen. This was sent by Robert Copper, who was playing as Austria 1809. He was playing as that 10-point, taking on the 10-point Spanish campaign. And I would say, well, I mean, he kind of won and also kind of then lost it as well. He kind of won his side mostly, but didn't finish the job, brought his army over, lost the rest of his army here. And actually, 1810 Spanish campaign France survived longer than him. In a way, did they really win their little duel? Maybe. But yeah, he played a good game. Everyone in this played a pretty good game. Everyone's got some reasonable kills. So yeah, thank you, Robert, for sending this one in. Very much appreciated. And we'll have a quick look at his end results. We've got some Hungarian line infantry here with 246 kills. Another one with 229 kills. More Hungarian line infantry, 221. Wow, they got some good kills. The German grenadiers, 149 kills, 145 with the German line infantry. More grenadiers, 134 kills. Hussars, 128. Another grenadier getting 114. And there are the rest of the kills. If you want to have a look at those and enjoy those stats. But yes, that is today's NTW3 Clash. If you did enjoy and want to see more Black Powder action, do remember leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. And I'll see you folks in the next one. Bye for now.